These are the last iCEOs. But they're missing something, aren't they? As you can see, they look a little different because they don't have glasses. So I need to add those. And they also have a tag now, so I need to add that to, I think, maybe this area. So I got these tags made. Just a very simple Throwboy tag for the iCEO. And I bought this little tagging gun to put the tags on them. So I think I'm going to put it maybe like over here somewhere. But there's more. I also bought this industrial heat sealer. And what you do with this is it seals plastic bags. So you put your little plastic bag open there and then press it down. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the plastic bags for the iCEOs, put the glasses on, put the tag on, and then seal it shut. And then we'll have a brand new iCEO. The only person that has touched it is the creator of it, so it's okay. That's what I'm gonna do today. I have to do all the rest of the iCEOs, get those all packaged away. You might be wondering the boxes for the iCEOs. So the tough thing about boxes, when you order boxes, sometimes you'll have like duds. You'll have ones that have glue stains on them or maybe like some sort of abrasion. So I have a stack of boxes that I don't consider like brand new. So I need to just kind of like parse those out. I might offer them later or I might offer them as an option. It's gonna be just because I don't really want to offer them as a new item. Especially since the iCEO to me is like a collector's type of item. I want it to be in something closed, and that's why I'm doing the tags and the bags. But you know, if people want to buy those on their own, I might be offering that too. So that's why I'm going the bag route for the new iCEOs, the poly bags, which I think are going to look really cool too. So I'm excited about that. I was waiting forever for those tags, so now I'm going to, you know, do it like that, make it really good and official. And I have glasses here that I need to tie the little fishing wire filament thing to the back of it. So doing this little assembly line, it's not very many, definitely have done way more in my lifetime, but this is exciting. It's like capping off this project that I worked really hard on, and now finally getting the very last of them available to the public. So it's time, baby. If you want an iCEO, this is the last chance, and it is also holiday time, so all the more reason. Treat yourself, treat somebody. Here it is.
Can't believe Ted's dead. I know.
So I did a new thing here, and typically what I do is I tie like a straight across thing and then slip it on. And that was a lot for time, but since I'm doing the very last ones, I was thinking I could try something else. So I used a needle and the filament, and I tied it like to the actual back of the iCEO's hair here. So now I'm just hopefully it doesn't fall off, so I'm like trying to shake it around and stuff. And yeah, I don't know. I think it will be fine. It's like if you roughhouse with any sort of plush toy with, you know, this kind of thing on it, I'm sure it would fall off anyway. So hopefully that will be okay. The other one fell off pretty easily. I mean, it was advertised as removable. So, but yeah, anyway, I think I'm gonna do that.
And hung up on the suffocating and outdated captain and let him down.
I actually kind of like doing this. I like dismantling things and put them back together so that it looks like it hasn't been taken apart, which sounds really bizarre, but I don't know. I think what happens is I look at things that are like sealed packages and I want to figure out ways to open them without it being obvious that it was opened before. I'll tell you the secret. When I was like in high school, I was getting into music production, and I would go to the computer store, and multi-track audio software was just kind of coming out, like consumer grade ones, like Acid was a big one at the time. This was before it was acquired by Sony, so it was still kind of like a cheaper piece of software. I think it was probably like $40. So I would look at that software and, you know, at the store, and being like a poor high school student, I'm like looking at it and I'm like, there's got to be a way that I can like open this box without it being detectable, because there's a return policy where I could return it if I already opened it, and I could see if I liked it, you know, because I was like, I don't want to like spend a whole bunch of money on this thing. And then but I don't know, it gets a little shadier. So what I would do And this isn't actually, I'm not condoning this. And also, everybody pirates software. So if you're looking at this and you're like, oh, I've never done that before. Yeah, you have. It's just you've done it digitally, so shut up. But anyway, back in these days, you had to do it analog style. So what I would do is I would get the software. I think it was like $40, pay for it, take it home, and then examine that box. And I realized that the box was sealed on the top and the bottom, and it was sealed along the sides, but it also had a flap. The flap inside showed you all of the features, and I noticed that along that flap seam there was nothing holding it in, right? It was just completely just glued in. So I'm like, there we go. I knew there had to be something. So I took an X-Acto knife and like cut along the seam, and then you open it up, and then you can take the whole CD out, put it in, install it, take it out, seal it back up, put it back in, glue it shut. Like, I think I put a book on it to make it glue. I'm basically just telling you how I stole something. But yeah, so I've liked to do that, I guess, in my past. I've liked to figure out ways to do that. I've only done that. I only did that a few times though. I remember people would tell me they would get CDs from like the library and then rip them to their iPods. This is all stuff during when I was like a kid, you know? I would never like really commit any crazy crimes or anything like that. But it just reminded me of this because I'm like trying to make it, like I'm trying to undo it and then redo it so that you can't tell that it was undone. That's it. Just being real with y'all. I was kind of a pirate as a child. Better to be a pirate than to join the Navy. I'm trying to figure out how to use this tagging gun. I have all these tags. So I want to try to do it without messing up the doll. So I think I'm going to practice on like some fabric. So now I have a whole bunch of dolls with open tops. But right now I'm on the tagging part of the assembly line. Whoa. Okay, it doesn't work that way. I got this from China and it has no instructions, so I'm just trying to figure out how to work it. Oh, I got it. See, look, I got it. You poke that into the fabric, and then if you can see, like, there's a gutter alongside of it, and that's where the tag pops out. Put that in, and then it goes into that little gutter there, and then it goes alongside the gutter. When you click the gun, it pokes it through. Okay, so now I just have to figure out where I'm going to tag this guy. I don't want to tag like the hands or anything, and I don't want to tag the shirt because it will create a huge hole. So just by that process of elimination, I think I'm going to tag the seam of the jeans because the jeans are actually denim, so it will probably hold up a lot better. Well, that worked really well, actually. It's right on the seam there. I have to carefully put it in there so it doesn't mess the tag up. And there we go. And there we go, one iCEO, nice and tagged, and then it will get glasses. So I'm not doing it this way anymore. I'm afraid that it will get shipped in the bag and then it will get tossed around and his glasses will be like this when it arrives. And then it's gonna be annoying and people are gonna have to like try to kajigger it around or whatever. I'm just tying the glasses down. And this is what we have so far. So the next thing I have to do is I have to number the tag. The boxes were numbered, so that will continue. It will just be on the tag. And then I'm going to bag it. Okay, now we're in the kitchen for cooking. Well, cooking a bag, that is. So this is the heat sealer. I plugged it in, it's warming up. Make sure he looks new and his shirt is tucked in and everything. And oh, you know, one little fun fact. If you have an iCEO and you look on the bum, he does have a tag that says Throwboy. See, it says iCEO, throwboy.com, @Throwboy. So let's stick that back in there. We don't need to see that. And here we go. Ah, no. Did it work? Oh, did it work? Oh, it worked. Perfect. There we go, completely sealed, tagged, numbered, brand new. Awesome. One last thing, it's a little later in the day, but I wanted to show you that I learned how to use the gun a little bit better. You take the tag and then you poke the end into where you want. So I'm poking it again into like the side of the doll. Pull the trigger and that spits out the little side on the other side. And then it's still attached, see? And then you just yank it. Now it's there. Got the hang of it. There we go.